how to camp natural. I'm Madeline, an expert. Take a look at this picture right here. Looks like a typical campsite, doesn't it? I know, so sad. But don't worry, I'll tell you how to fix it. So pay attention to these tips right here. We're going to get started first with the packing list. While we're talking about packing the car, be sure not to bring any friends with you. They take up far too much space. Now, it's very important that you remember to pack your grandfather clock. You see, it's too easy to jump in the lake and ruin your watch. So bring your grandfather clock. You don't want to forget the time. And now, while we're talking about packing, you're going to want to have an armchair with you to be nice and comfortable. So be sure not to bring a tent. You are not going to be able to fit your armchair in the tent, so don't worry about that. Now, when you're packing the car, don't bring pillows. You're not going to need them. There's plenty of rocks around. When you get there, you can use as pillows. Because you are not going to have space in the car for pillows. They are fluffy and take up way too much room. You already have the grandfather clock and the comfort chair, so don't bring pillows.
Are you all right in there, honey? Okay.
Now, be sure to bring lots of sleeping bags. And while you're at it, find yourself some pine needles so you can stitch them together and make a cozy sleeping nest. Now, be sure not to sing lullabies to your sleeping bags, or they'll become sleeping bags. Now, to start off your camping day, the first thing you're going to want to do is shower. So you're going to want to grab yourself a bar of soap and head outside, suds up your hair, and hope for rain. Rain makes great water for washing your hair.
Any minute now. It's gonna rain.
No rain yet.
I know where we can get some.
It always rains better at the lake.
Any second now.
Now, after your shower, you got to make sure that your hair is brushed out. So, for the best thing to do when you're camping is to brush it the natural way, the way all our relatives have done in the past. And that is to find yourself a nice bushy porcupine and brush your hair with a porcupine. And when you're done with that, don't forget to brush your teeth. Now, to brush your teeth the natural way, you're going to want to find yourself some brush. So find yourself some brush and brush. Now, it's very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't bring your shoes when you go camping, because you don't want anybody to be able to track you. So make sure you go barefoot and don't bring your shoes. Now, one more thing during your day. On your walk home, you want to make sure that you stop by every tree and breathe real hard on each one of them. Trees just love carbon dioxide, and you want to keep the trees nice and healthy because you're going to need them for firewood later. When you're ready to go to the lake, it is bright and sunny at the lake. So there are two things you're going to need. First, you're going to want to make sure that you bring your sunscreen. Make sure you do it the natural way. Second, you are going to need some shades because it is bright and sunny. But you want to do that the natural way too. So you're going to want to make sure you uproot a tree so you've got your shades. Yeah, this looks like some. There we go. Ah, this is better. Definitely. While you're at the lake, you may as well go for a good canoe ride. And every good boat person will tell you, at least once in your life, you need to be sure to tip the canoe.
Okay, we're coming over. Water in my ear. My hair is coming down.
We were waiting for rain.
You are.
Oh, I've been out here all day and still no bites on the gummy worm. While you're out here at the lake, you are definitely going to want to go fishing. But you want to make sure to save the worms. We are all natural. We don't want to use any real worms. So when you go fishing, be sure to use gummy worms.
Save the worms! I need a booty clap.
What?
Save the worms! Save the worms! Save the worms! Save the worms! Don't forget to splash the water so the fish know it's dinner time, and always use gummy worms.
It's dinner time, fish.
I don't know if these gummy worms will work. It's been a while. If you do catch some fish, I mean when you catch some fish, you're going to want some salad to go along with it. But we want to do things naturally, so you want to collect it yourself. But it's going to take a long time if you're just looking around for some lettuce or leaves one at a time. So why not get 3 in 1? Poison ivy grows with 3 leaves at a time, so I recommend picking poison ivy and getting a salad that way. It's much faster. Great! Now that you've got your salad, some people like to put berries on top of their salad since ranch dressing doesn't grow naturally here, only on ranches. So to collect these berries, when you're out collecting berries, I mean, make sure that you eat all the poisonous berries. You do not want the little kids getting into them. Hey, don't eat that. When you're finished with your food, make sure to leave it out for the bears. We want to keep the bears friendly, and they like food. Well, that was a great dinner, guys. Let's clean it all up.
No, wait, we have to leave it up for the bears so they'll be friendly.
You're right. Now, when you're camping, you want to do everything natural. So don't bring any purified water, bottled water, nothing like that. The lake water will be perfect. If you're too far away from the lake to get lake water to drink, the best way to collect water naturally would be to use an eyedropper and wait for it to rain.
I'm thirsty.
Don't worry, honey. I have an eyedropper for the rain. I got one. Oh, and another one. Here, I got 2 raindrops. Now, for food, we've got a few bare essentials that you are definitely going to want to have. First off, the main thing you're going to be eating every day is s'mores. Oh, and we have a few sides to go along with it. Mustard. Milk. Cheese puffs. Cheese. Salt. More cheese. Bottled water, but Be sure to jump out the water because you want to use natural water, like raindrops or the lake. I see! One apple. And there you are, an all-natural camping meal. An important camping food staple, of course, is the s'more. And in order to have a good s'more, you need marshmallows. Now, to get the right marshmallows for s'mores, you need to roast them. But fire is far too dangerous, so don't do it in the fire. The best way is to, of course, use the microwave you brought along.
So much safer.
Now, to power your microwave, the best way to do it when you're out in the middle of nowhere is to set yourself up a nice flagpole and wait for lightning to strike it, because, you know, it rains all the time out here. Well, if you can't get lightning, then the second best thing would be to build yourself a nice mosquito trap and set it up so that you can collect the energy from the mosquito's wings. Works every time. Now, long about the middle of the night, you are going to want to go outside and join those poor lonely crickets out there in their nighttime chorus. Be sure to bring along as many loudspeakers and loud singers and dancers as you can so those crickets feel nice and comforted. And blare it nice and loud now, because you might have neighbors around. They might be far away, and you want them all to be nice and entertained and sleep well, sweet dreams and everything.
Turn off the dang music!
Good morning! When you're all through camping, it's important to remember not to leave any traces of your campsite. Every good camper knows this. Now, I'm going to give you advice on how to do this the best way, naturally. And that is, get yourself a nice, good fire going and a good, strong torch. And there we go. Now, you're going to want to make sure you burn down the whole campsite. Don't leave a single trace left. Perfect starting point right over here. The wood pile. Can't leave all that stacked wood. It'll have to go. Remember this picture right here? Pathetic. If you were listening to any of the advice in this video, this is what your camping trip could look like. Burning down the camp at the end there has more than just the effects of getting rid of all your tracks in the campsite. It also gets rid of all the mosquitoes, an added bonus. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you know the best ways to camp. All natural in every way. I hope you share this with your friends. And now a word from our users who have used our advice. Smile!
My experiences? Well, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience because not everyone makes it out alive.
Well, I gotta tell ya, my favorite part of this, I don't know. Well, I gotta tell you, my favorite part of camping this way was when we burnt that camp down to the ground. It cured my pneumonia.
Oh, well, it was... Wait, am I getting paid for this?
It was great! So, who's ready to camp?